We already learned in a previous lesson how building blocks can save us time when constructing documents, using standard document parts like cover pages, headers, footers, page numbering, text boxes, and so on. What about those non-standard parts though, for example? As we work with these documents called No Home Recipes 3 and scroll down to the bottom of page 1, we have an address book block. Maybe that's something that we pop into a document on a regular basis. It'd be neat if we could just quickly access that from the ribbon. We can by creating our own building block called a quickpart. That's exactly what we're going to do, but first let's go to the Insert tab and look at what you already have at your fingertip. In the text section, you'll see a quickparts drop-down. Give it a click and there's auto text. Auto text includes your name, your initials taken from the installation of Microsoft Word. If you've saved any document properties by going to the File tab and saving who the author is, categories, keywords, publish dates, etc., any of that can be inserted into your document quickly from here as well. Also fields, there is an organizer, we'll get to momentarily, and down at the bottom, anything that we have selected can also be saved to our quickpart gallery. Interesting, let's do that. We'll click here on the first page, click and drag from the end all the way across to the end of the web address, including that empty space we see at the end. Next, we're going to go back to that quickparts drop-down, and this time select Save Selection to Quickpart Gallery. That opens up a Create New Building Block dialog, and the name is taken directly from the first line of text. We're going to change the name to Address Block. Notice it's going directly to the Quickparts Gallery. Perfect. The category is general. If I wanted to, we could have multiple categories. Maybe we want to keep all the no obstacle stuff together. Let's click the drop down and create our own new category called and press enter or click OK. We could add a description if we wanted to. I think I'll just add that. Includes web address at bottom. In case we want a version of does not. Notice it's going to building blocks and the options drop down shows insert content only. This means this could appear anywhere in the document, in the middle of another paragraph for example. If we want it to stand on its own, click the drop down. There is a couple of options, could be own in its own paragraph on the page or all by itself on the page. We definitely want as its own paragraph, so other content could appear on the page along with it. So we'll choose that and click OK. Now if we go to the Quickparts drop down, you'll notice we have a new address block here at our disposal. But before we insert it, let's create another one using a different method. We'll go down to the bottom of page 2 where we have our signature block. Maybe this is something we use over and over. We could do a macro like we did in the previous lesson, or if you prefer, you could access it from your Quickparts or both. Let's select Thank you for your patronage, all the way down to the end of the O in CEO. This time use a keyboard shortcut Alt F3 and it opens up the new building block. Opens up the Create New Building Block dialog again. The name, let's call it Signature Block. The gallery is not set for us automatically because we didn't go to the Quickparts drop down, so we need to click the drop down and choose Quickparts from there. The category, I think we should pop that into the category which we created a moment ago. There it is, and notice Save In is going to normal, the normal template. We actually want that as a building block as well. Insert content only, I don't think so. It should be on the page with other content, but on its own. So we'll choose Insert Content in its own paragraph and click OK. So we now have a couple. Alright, so anytime we need this information, all we have to do is insert it. Let's go up to page 1 for example. We'll click and drag across the content for the address and hit Delete on the keyboard. Now we're at the point where we need it. We go to the Quickparts drop down and Insert tab selected. Click it once and it's there, just like that. So you can see how that could save you time by creating your own quick parts and have quick and easy access to them from here. If you need to remove a building block from your quick parts gallery, or maybe change one of the properties, you can go to the quick parts drop-down and access the building blocks organizer. Here you have access to all of your building blocks, not just quick parts. So you can see up at the top the auto text options. There are cover pages here as well that you can select, and if you wanted to edit their properties, maybe add one to the no obstacles if you wanted to. Let's just scroll down until we get to the gallery called quick parts, and you'll notice there's a couple of entries there. There they are, a signature block and an address block. So again, we can select these to delete them if we no longer need them, or go into edit properties, where we can change any of the properties we set up when we first created it. We don't need to, so I'll click cancel and close this up. So just like building blocks that are built into Microsoft Word, you can create your own, call them quick parts, put them in the quick parts gallery, and you'll always have quick and easy access to them from the Insert tab on the ribbon.